Hi everyone, welcome back to one of my videos. This is Selina. I hope you're well. So today I wanted to bring to you a Free People inspired cardigan. So it's really easy to make. It's very beginner friendly. It's very simple. And I do hope you enjoy it. The structure of the cardigan is very easy to reproduce. I'll be walking you step by step through this tutorial. As always, the free pattern can be downloaded from selinaveronique.com. There will also be lots more details on my blog about the inspiration behind this gorgeous cardigan. There will be lots of photos too. And yeah, so it's very easy to make. I decided to make bell sleeves because I thought that would be nice, and it's a very simple project. So for this project you will need Aran weight yarn. I decided to use Stylecraft Special Aran. So for this cardigan I used shade cream. I will be linking all of this again in the down bar. But you can easily substitute the yarn, so that's not a problem if it's Aran weight yarn. I will be linking substitutes also in the down bar if you live in the United States or Canada. You will also be needing a 5mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle, and also a pair of scissors, and that's it. Also, I will be using US terms. So to begin this tutorial, I will be showing you how I made the back panel for this cardigan. I hope you can see. I will be walking you step by step through that. Then I will be showing you how to make the two front panels here, and then I'll walk you through the sleeves and then sewing the project together. And also I will be making the size S of this project and all the different sizes, so it's S up to XL, can be found on my blog if you download the pattern at selinaveronique.com. So to begin your pattern, you will simply be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and make a slip knot and pop your hook through and tighten gently. Once you've done that, you are simply going to be chaining 65 for the back panel. So just go ahead and chain 65. So 1, 2, 3. So I've just gone ahead and chained my sample, but you should have 65 chains for size S. Obviously for the different other sizes you will have a longer base chain. So to begin, once you have 65 chains, you will be half double crocheting into third chain from the hook. So just count 1, 2 and 3 and go into that chain and half double crochet. So just wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that chain, take your yarn, pull it through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through 3 loops. And you have your half double crochet, and the first chain 2 right here counts as a half double crochet 2, and you are going to be placing another half double crochet into the next chain. So just go ahead and place a half double crochet into that and into the next, and basically we are simply going to be placing a half double crochet into each chain until the end of this row. So I'm just going to let you go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back to show you row 2. So there we go, I finished row 1. Obviously your row will be a lot longer, but this is just my sample. So for row 2 you will be chaining 2. So just go ahead and chain 2, 1 and 2. Turn your work, and this chain 2 right here counts as your first half double crochet and goes with this first stitch right here. So we're simply going to go into the second stitch and place a half double crochet into that one right here, like so. And this is what it's going to look like. And now we are simply going to be placing a half double crochet into the next stitch and into the next stitch and into the next stitch. And you are simply going to be doing that until the end of your row, and I'll meet you back to show you what to do. So here we are, I've almost finished my row, and I just wanted to show you that I'm going to be placing a half double crochet into the chain 2 from the previous row, and I'm just showing you this because it's really important not to forget this chain 2, so just go ahead and place a half double crochet into that. And this is what it's going to look like, and it's going to straighten out as we go along, so don't worry. And basically for row 3 we are simply going to be repeating row 2, so just chain 2, 1 and 2, turn your work, and this counts as your first half double crochet with this first stitch, so we're just going to go into the second one and place a half double crochet into that, and a half double crochet into the next stitch. And basically we are simply going to be repeating row 2 until we reach row 55 for size S. So for video purposes I'm just going to fasten off now, so you are going to be repeating row 2 until you reach row 55, and basically you'll have a very large back panel, but let's pretend this is my back panel. Once you reach row 55 you will simply be fastening off. So to fasten off you're going to leave a long tail for sewing, you are going to snip off your yarn, and you are simply going to take your yarn like so and slip it through that stitch, and this will fasten off your back panel. So basically once you've reached row 55 do this, and I'm just going to show you how to create your front panels. So to create your 2 front panels here, you are simply going to be doing the same technique. So basically you are going to be chaining 33, so for each panel, so you are going to be making 2 front panels, so you are going to be chaining 33 and proceed to do the exact same thing as what I've just showed you for the back panel. So just row after row of half double crochets until you reach row 55, and once you've done that you will simply fasten off like I just showed you and create your sleeves. So I'm just going to let you create your 2 front panels, and if you need more help on how to do the half double crochets, just rewind the video and proceed to do that. Hi guys, I'm back and I'm just going to show you how to make your sleeve. So as you can see, I've already made one. It's very simple, so I'm just going to walk you through it because it will be the exact same almost as what I've just shown you for the body of the cardigan. So basically what you are going to be doing for the sleeves, you will be chaining 48. Again, this is for the S size, so you are going to simply be chaining 48, and then you're going to proceed with the pattern exactly as I showed you previously. So rewind the video if you need more help, and it will be just row after row of half double crochets. So the last 2 rows will be decrease rows, and I'm just going to show you how to make those. So to complete your row 39, which is a decrease row, you are going to be chaining 2. 1 and 2, and this counts as your first half double crochet with this first stitch. And what we are going to be doing is in the next stitch, so just go ahead and wrap your yarn around your hook, pop it through this stitch and pull your yarn through. We've got 3 loops on our hook. go ahead and pull through 2 loops. So we're not going to finish our half double crochet. As you can see, this is going to be 2 half double crochets together to decrease our stitch, if that makes sense. It will make sense in a moment. So we've just not completed our stitch in this stitch. And we've got 2 loops left on the hook. What we are going to be doing is going directly into the next stitch. So just pop your hook through directly into that, pull your yarn through, and you've got 3 loops on your hook, and pull through 3 loops. And this is how you make your 2 double crochets together. So this basically transforms 2 half double crochets into 1. So the next stitch is going to be a simple half double crochet. So just wrap your yarn around your hook and go into the next stitch and proceed in making your half double crochet very simply. And then in the next 2 stitches we are simply going to be making 2 half double crochets into 1. So just go ahead, wrap your yarn around your hook, pop it through this stitch, take your yarn, pull through, take your yarn, pull through only 2 loops and leave this stitch unfinished. Go into the next stitch like this, pull your yarn up, and you've got 3 loops on your hook, and pull through the 3 loops. And once again you have 2 half double crochets transformed into 1. You are simply going to place a half double crochet into the next stitch, and into the next 2 stitches we are going to proceed into making it into 1 as always. So just go into that next stitch and don't finish your half double crochet, go directly into the next stitch and finish it. And this is what we are going to be doing throughout this whole row, is just placing transforming 2 half double crochets into 1 half double crochets, and then placing a half double crochet into the next stitch, and then again transforming 2 half double crochets into 1 stitch, and then placing a half double crochet, and so on and so forth. So if you need more help with this, just rewind the video and watch what I just explained. You are going to be doing this until the end of the row, and don't forget your chain 2 right here from the previous row. This counts as a stitch. And then once you've finished this row, you are simply going to be doing the exact same for row 40. So you are simply going to be doing the exact same for row 40. So you're going to have 2 decrease rows, one after the other. So basically, just to recap, you've got 38 rows of normal half double crochets, and then row 39 is the one that I've just showed you, a decrease row, and then the row after that is also a decrease row. So I'm just going to let you carry on with this, and then you are simply going to fasten off and leave a long tail for sewing. So this is my other one that I've already completed, and I've left a long tail for sewing, and I'll meet you back to show you how to finish your cardigan. Just for a small detail, I've just finished my 40th row, which is the last row and the second decrease row, and just for your information, I have placed in the last 2 stitches 2 half double crochets. So I've got 1 half double crochet here and 1 half double crochet here, and yeah, this is how you are going to be finishing this row. So here we go. I finished my my sleeve, both my sleeves, and I'm just gonna start sewing. Okay, so there we go. So I'm just gonna not go into too much detail here. I'm just gonna show you how I do my stitch. So I've just popped my tapestry needle onto my loose end, and I'm just gonna start sewing my cardigan together. So this is obviously the wrong side, if that makes any sense, because we will be turning it inside out to complete the cardigan. So you can use any technique for stitching that you wish. I am just going to show you briefly how I use my technique, which is the mattress stitch. So basically the mattress stitch is just going in and out of your project from one side to the other, and it just creates a bit more of a seamless stitch. So I've just gone through this side, and now I'm just going to go directly into the other side, and then I'm just going to go into the other side, and I'm just going to carry on doing this until I reach the end of this stitch, and then I'm just going to fasten off. Okay, so I'm back and I've just finished sewing my sleeves on the seam, and I'm just going to show you how to assemble your cardigan. So it's going to be very simple. So to assemble your cardigan, you are going to be taking all the different parts of the cardigan. So you are just going to be taking the back of the cardigan, which is this large panel, and you are just going to be taking the two front panels like so and placing them over your back panel. Just choose which one you want, just choose which side you want to be the inside and the outside of your cardigan, because we are going to be sewing this and we will be turning it inside out. Also, you will be turning your sleeves inside out also, so I've not yet done that. So to assemble your cardigan, it's very easy. We are simply going to start by sewing the top. So you are simply going to be sewing both these panels right here straight onto the back. So just from here to there, and I'll meet you back once you've done that. So I'm back and I've sewed the top of my cardigan. So now we are going to be sewing our sleeve onto the rest of our project. To sew a sleeve onto a project, I make sure that it's kind of tight, so to speak. I kind of pull it just to make sure that it's nice and not bobbly. Make sure that everything's symmetrical, and I'm just going to start sewing my my sleeve in, just going around the whole sleeve. So again, you can use whichever technique of sewing you like best. And just to make sure that you kind of don't sew it too tightly so that you don't have too much of a seam, and make sure that you kind of always pull it like that so that it's not bobbly, if that makes any sense, while you sew. And I'm just going to go to the top here. So this is the front part that I'm sewing, and I'll show you how to do the back part. So there we go, I've reached the top with my sewing. So I've tried pulling on the sleeve quite tightly, if that makes sense, pulling it up just so that it doesn't sew too bulky, if that makes any sense at all. And I'm just going to carry on doing this. I'm going to show you on camera what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of turn this around like so. So yeah, so this will make sense as you sew this together, and I'm just going to carry on sewing this sleeve onto my project again. So there we go, I've gone down. I finished sewing on my sleeve, and I've tried to make it look as nice as possible. And now what I'm going to be doing is sewing down the cardigan. And now I'm just going to do the exact same thing. Make sure that your cardigan is nice and symmetric and flat, and just carry on sewing this seam in until the bottom of the cardigan, and once you've done that you can fasten off and sew in your loose ends. I will be linking a video on sewing in your loose ends that I made a few weeks ago. And then you will be doing the exact same on the other side of the cardigan. So just remember, when you are doing placing your sleeve, make sure the seam is at the bottom, and then just make sure it's all nice and symmetrical. Just sew everything on and then go down the rest of the cardigan on the other side. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, this Free People inspired cardigan. I'm just gonna carry on doing my cardigan. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you appreciated this video, and in the meantime, take care. Bye bye.